All right, guys, my guest today opened a supplement store in Bolton, Ontario on January 2nd, 2014, and everyone told him he was crazy. Amazon was coming, the chains were coming, independent retail was supposed to be dead. 12 years later, Luke is still standing, not just standing. Amp Nutrition has become the supplement destination in Caledon. The shop local gym owners send their own members. He did it with a playbook nobody else was willing to run. Educate first, sell second. Every product on his shelves is personally vetted. If it doesn't earn the AMP seal approval, it doesn't get in the building. Today, we're going to get into stuff nobody talks about, what it actually takes to survive 12 years in one retail's most brutal categories, what he says when a customer shows him the same product cheaper on Amazon, which supplements are proven, which are placebo, and which are straight up just scams, and the fight between Health Canada and the entire supplement industry that could reshape what's on your shelf. Luke, let's get amped.
Let's do it.
Love. I appreciate that we finally got you on. I mean, we've been friends for a while now.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, yeah. Appreciate you bringing some energy drinks.
Yeah,
so which ones did you bring?
I brought local Canadian boys, the batch 27. And then, good old Ghost.
Good old Ghost.
Why not?
Yeah, Ghost is delicious. I haven't tried this flavor yet.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm a fat kid at heart, so white freezies were my favorite, but...
Ooh, this is really good.
Yeah, it's my go-to.
Bomb. Yeah, this is really good. White freeze is good. So, I was thinking when I was writing in the show notes, do you remember how we met?
Coming into the store, I believe.
Well, definitely.
But I don't remember, specifics.
So,
it was a long time ago.
I was looking for a non-stimulant pump, and you were holding it, and I couldn't find it. I emailed the owner because apparently it was so good because I had I can't remember what exactly had in it, and then he literally emailed me back. So kudos to him, and said this store in Bolton holds it, and I live in Aurora, so it's not like that's how much I was like, fuck it, I'll go. I checked out the store. I'm like, this looks sick, and I also saw that you held you were unconventional in the sense of you actually looked for great products.
Yes.
Opposed to just what could be in, let's say, grocery stores or other stuff. In my opinion, when I looked at your website, I'm like, oh wow, this guy actually has good stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll drive down. So I drove down, and then I think I emailed you or called you, and you're like, yeah, we have a couple in stock. I came down, and then we just kind of shot the shit because I find that 99% of people in supplement stores have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. I remember I was talking about formulas, brands, and you're like, yep, and you're saying this, and I was like, okay, this guy knows his shit.
Yeah.
And then we just, I don't know, connected, I guess. We just connected over supplements and formulas. So I can't remember what that brand was, do you?
It was probably Core. I have a feeling it was Core.
Was it Core? I can't remember.
I just have a feeling it's Core because their conglomerate makes such good non-stim products. All of their stuff is amazing, but the non-stims are standout. I have a feeling it's Core.
Probably Core.
Yeah.
So what made you want to open up a store, man? Take our audience. I feel like people who are in the industry, in the health and fitness industry, it's usually trainer and open up a gym.
Correct.
Not train, because you've obviously trained people before.
I've coached people.
Before.
Training and diet, nutrition. Never personal training because it's too time consuming for me.
Yeah, it is. And I feel like not a lot of people supplement store.
Yes.
So what got you into that?
So, as I said, former fat kid.
Yeah.
Eating too much of mom and Nanda's pasta.
Yeah.
And as I got older, started working out. One of my cousins was into bodybuilding. He kind of got me into it. Mm-hmm. And just fell in love with the weight room and reading back then all the magazines. Mm-hmm. Muscle Mag, all of the different magazines. And in those magazines, there were always some Ask the Doc. They'd have some scientific kind of approach to supplementation and that. And I was fascinated by it. I would read these things nonstop. Back then, we had dial-up internet, so you weren't using the internet for that shit.
No.
But so I would read magazines, and then I started buying books and just reading up on the supplementation. And what got me was if I can improve my performance or my efforts in the gym, my weight loss by even 1%, like 1% per day is huge when you compound that over a year.
Yeah.
So that was, I'm like, creatine can do this and this can do this. So I was taking all these supplements. Fast forward, I'm in high school. I tore my ACL and all the ligaments in my knee racing motocross. So I had to catch up on classes and I couldn't do gym or any of that. So I fast tracked and did a bunch of additional courses. So my last 2 years of high school were spent literally going to school just to work out and then fucking off.
Oh, really?
And so,
at least you're honest.
right? And I still graduated with like honors, and I was a good student. I'll give it that, because I had, when I want to do something, I do it.
Yeah, all the way.
But the supplement side is what fascinated me. Like, it just, I have stacks and stacks of magazines and books I kept to this day. And it was just, that was kind of my intro to that. And then I just started trying stuff and experimenting and actually like logging what my results were. This didn't work. Scrap that. We're not using that anymore. If it worked, I'm like, oh shit, like this is working. I'm getting stronger. I'm doing this. So in high school, when I was about probably 16, there was nowhere in Bolton or Caledon that you could go get good supplements.
Yeah.
So I'd be driving to Newmarket here. I'd be driving all over to your local chain store. And even still, I'm like, they don't really have like great stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to open one in my hometown that has all the best stuff. That way people like myself don't have to drive all over to get it. And they don't have to go to stores where they're going to just be upsold bullshit, whatever they're making the highest commission and margins on. So after high school, I said, okay, I'm going to go to school for business. I come from a family of entrepreneurs. So I went to school, went to business school, graduated business school, made my business plan in my last year. A year or two after that, I just grinded working. I was working all through high school and college anyways. And then once I had enough money saved, I looked, found a unit, pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
And here we are.
That's crazy. So when you were opening up the place, like, how did you decide, because you obviously wanted to be different than these other supplement shops. How did you decide, okay, this is too over the edge? This is, because I'll say it, but the Americans have better supplementation.
Yes.
Right? We have stricter guidelines. So how did you decide that, is this too risky? Because you'll know that it's a good supplement. You know it's great for them. You know it's going to be like, it will help them. But how did you like figure out, okay, how do I educate them? How do I do this? Because it's a gamble on you. If you get, like, for example, like a good pre-workout is usually from the States, usually. They range for what, $60 to $75?
These days, yeah.
These days, right? But to a person, when they can go to another store, get it for 40, right? And just be like caffeine bombed.
Yeah.
Right? But they think it's doing other stuff. Like, to them, budget-wise, that makes sense. So how did you try to figure out, what can I show them and educate them, but be also safer for you business-wise?
So my business model is a longevity. I am here for the long run, and I believe anything built fast never lasts. So I said, if I educate these people and they start to see the results or the lack thereof from other products they bought from other people, when they try this stuff, they're going to notice a difference.
Yes.
So it really, the first 3 years, of any business is a grind.
Yeah.
But it was a grind. Like, I'd sleep in my fucking store.
No shit.
And at the time I was competing in bodybuilding. So I'm like,
you're less, yeah.
I am just gassed all the time. My brain's not there, but I'm trying to educate people. And I think for me, where the kind of aha moment happened was that I said, as long as I provide the backup to everything I'm showing these people, and they listen to me and understand, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. Because at the time, I was a kid, man. I was 20 years old.
You opened the store when you were 20?
Yeah.
Dude, that's young.
People didn't I'm like, they're going to see this kid and be like, what
Yes.
does he know?
Yeah, yeah.
Then they'd hear me talk and be like, holy shit, this guy knows more than my doctor.
Yeah.
And now I have people call me instead of calling their doctor. I'm like, bro, I can't give you
Yeah,
medical
yeah,
advice.
legally. Yeah.
I'm like, I'll advise you, but I can't give you medical advice. I'm like, consult your doctor, but this is what I would do if I was you.
Yeah, yeah. Or ask your doctor about this.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, holy shit, this kid knows what he's talking about. So once people saw the kind of credentials behind what I was offering, they're like, I want to try what this guy's selling.
Yeah, yeah.
So then they'd try the brands that I'd import with the products that you'd find nowhere.
Yeah.
And
yeah, man. Like, sorry to interrupt you, but I remember when I went to your store, like, I sometimes I'd be stuck there for like 30, 45 minutes because I'm like, how the fuck does this guy have this here?
Yeah.
Because I was the same as you. Like, I looked up stuff and I'm like, okay, core or arms race or whatever. And I see that you have them. I'm like, I would almost like, you wouldn't even have to upsell me because I'm like, fuck, I kind of want to try this. I want it was crazy because I was like, I don't know how this guy is getting all this, and other shops are like not on the same level, to be honest with you.
Yeah. When I opened, I basically set out to accomplish 3 goals.
Mm-hmm.
My main objective is always that I want to sell consumers efficaciously dosed quality products that work with no talking in the back of my ear of, you need to sell this because this makes you X margin. You need to sell this because this is what we're pushing this week. I have never, and you can ask all my staff to this day, we've never upsold anyone on any product in our entire store. You come in and you're looking for this, I'm not going to sell you X, Y, and Z because you don't need X, Y, and Z. And that's what set us apart. And people were like, I can go in there, shoot the shit with this guy, learn from him, learn from his staff, come out with an awesome product. Whereas when they'd go into a place like the chains, they go in defensive, like they're going into a used car salesman's office. Like, what bullshit am I going to be fed today?
Yeah,
Right?
of course.
And unfortunately, that is the entire industry in Canada.
1000%.
And it's because you're only allowed to sell so many products because of regulations. And you have every store fighting for the same small consumer demographic to sell them the exact same shit. And that exact same shit is multiplied across 10 to 20 brands because they're only allowed to differentiate so much because they can't put other stuff in their formula.
Yeah.
And that's what you run into. And we've never been a discount store because I don't believe in it. Anyone can sell you a product cheaper, but nobody can sell you the same service, knowledge, and education that we will.
What do you mean by discount? Like, what do you?
So every store that you'll see out there, 90% of them will just try to price cut the next.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
If you can't afford our prices, you can't afford to shop at our store. We try to accommodate everyone in a certain category. We have expensive products. We have mid-class.
You give them a tier.
We give a tier.
If you want a budget, and you want to try something a little bit better.
But if you can get this for $1 cheaper somewhere else, I can't afford to lose $1 because you're a price shopper.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
That's fair.
I don't need your business because there's people who are willing to pay for quality education and service. And that was kind of how I built my brand. And I don't believe in it for multiple different reasons. You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Comes to everything in life. And 99% of the time people come back because it's like, are you going to save $5 to drive half an hour to another store when you like our pre-workout, but the protein's $5 cheaper over here? Is it really worth it?
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things.
In the grand scheme of things, it's not.
Yeah.
And it's all economies of scale. And when you look at, like I said, this entire country, when it comes to supplements, there's brands that we, as you know, refuse to carry.
Yes.
Educated people on why. And people will still buy them. And I'm like, I used to get so mad at it. I'm like, why are people buying shit? And then you realize that you can't win them all. And you're never going to have all of the customers that you want.
Yeah.
But the ones who are meant for you will be your customers. And those ones will appreciate you. I've had customers who've literally been with me since like day one. And it's wild to see. And when I see people who say that, I'm like, wow, that's something that I can be proud of.
Yeah,
right?
man.
These people are super loyal, and they would come in, not even ask the price of something, because they're like, I'm here to support him because of the additional information and things that I get from them.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like the quality, I don't even have to question the quality of what I'm getting because the entire store is vetted. Everything in there I buy, I could pick anything up off the shelf. I know I'm getting a good quality product. And I think that's where the difference lies, and where people started to feel, I guess they were educated enough coming into our store to know that.
Yeah.
When you go into other stores, like, you don't know what the hell half the shit on the shelf is.
Well, I went into let's see if I can say this without saying this. I went into a store because I wanted a protein shake. I didn't want to go to like Booster Juice, and I was overhearing them talking to some people about, like, I think it was a pre-workout or whatever, and it was just like, I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about right now. Like, it's crazy because it's like, these are supplements. These are intentionally, hopefully, made for longevity of health. And there's so much like misinformation or just like no information being told to this person, clearly because it's like, oh, this tastes like Sour Patch Kids. That's my favorite flavor, opposed to like, are you on blood thinners? Are you on this? Do you need help with this? I think I remember one time I came to your store and somebody came in and got this pre-workout or put it on the shelf, and you were just asking about their day and talking to them, and then you realize that, like, I think they're on blood thinners or something like that, and you're like, you shouldn't. You told this person you shouldn't buy this.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna feel like a headache, like nauseous. That's crazy.
You know what's funny? I have, my cousin always says this to me. He's like, because he'd come by the shop all the time, and he'd say, "You are the worst salesman ever. I've never met someone."
Yeah, you tell them no.
People will come in and you'll tell them you don't need this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because that person's going to remember that, and they're going to come back when they actually need something else.
And they're going to trust
say,
you.
This guy didn't push me on some crap that then might have ended up not working for them or making them sick. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
And I think that trust is the biggest thing. And as the business has grown and I've stepped back and have a million other things on the go, it is hard to keep that consumer relationship, because when you build something and you are the brand, it is hard, right? So I do my best to stay active on social media, and I've had my my days of going off on social media after the last few years of all the bullshit going on in the world. Because I'm very opinionated, I'll speak my mind, and I'm probably the most, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm probably the most hated guy amongst supplement brands and distributors, because I will call them out on their bullshit. And I've done it for years, to the point that stores and brands started calling me like, "Hey man, why are you blasting these products I sell?" And I'm like, because they're shit, and you shouldn't be pushing those on consumers, uneducated consumers.
Well, what if you feel comfortable? What's something you remember that it was like they called you or something you like you got, I don't want to say in trouble, but something that you're like, fuck, I got to deal with.
Well,
this
so
now.
there's two that I can tell you. There's two that I can share. So this is going back a long time ago. There is a brand, a Canadian brand, that the biggest chain store everyone knows. That's been around for a while, was pushing the hell out of, like, ads everywhere, in people's face, everywhere. And their protein powder was like a 40% protein. And their pre-workout had like something like 20 grams of filler and like no actives. And I was like educating people. I'm like, guys, your protein scoop is a 40-gram scoop. And there's 20 grams of protein in it. Actually, I think it was a 45-gram scoop. I'm like, that means 50% of that scoop is full of shit. I'm like, you're paying for protein, and you guys are coming to me asking, why don't you sell this? Like, it's such a good deal. I get it for a £5 for $40. I'm like, there's a reason you get a £5 for $40.
Yeah.
And then I'd educate them. And I was literally saying, started screenshotting the ads from these companies.
Oh, you went ballsy, eh?
And literally I broke it down in the ad. I said a 45-gram scoop has 20 grams of protein. You're basically getting 50% shit.
Yeah.
So I blasted them. So the owner called me. He goes, hey man, like, not sure if you know who I am. I'm like, I do know who you are because I actually applied for a management position at your store while I was in college business school.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the management experience of the supplement store before I opened my own.
Yeah, of course.
And they didn't pick me. They picked a girl with less experience.
Yeah.
I had a management diploma. She had no management. She had kinesiology, which I understand, but this was for a management position at the store. Mm-hmm. And so they picked this girl over me. And at first I was a little butthurt about it. And then I
admit you were butthurt.
And then because I wanted to work there just to get the experience.
You wanted it.
And I wanted, to be honest, I wanted to get a sneak preview of the back end, learn how they ran their operations so I could open mine and do the same.
Of course.
Instead, that lit a fire under my ass. I said, fuck you.
Yeah.
And like 2 months later, I signed my first lease and I opened and here we are.
Yeah.
But so that store, they called me out and I said, listen, I can't see the wool being pulled over consumers' eyes and not speak my mind. It's not who I am.
Yeah.
I said, if you're going to sell people this product and claim it's the greatest thing, I said, I'm sorry. If people are coming to me asking for it, I have to explain to them why it's not. Mm-hmm. I said, if you were selling good quality products, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's that. And then there's brands that don't like me.
Okay.
And distributors that don't like me.
I guess, yeah.
Because I'm an independent, I can do whatever I want. Mm-hmm. Chains have to follow by certain things. Chains can't necessarily get things as quick because they need to buy for multiple stores. They need to do all this due diligence and whatnot. So as soon as I see something, I go after it, I get it. I'm usually the guy who, again, not to toot my own horn, kind of set the standards for what people wanted here. Mm-hmm. And then a year or two later, the other stores start to pick up and say, hey, we should bring this stuff in. At that point, it's starting to fizzle out anyways. The life cycle of a brand in the supplement industry, at least in the sports nutrition side, is probably 3 years. And you see them go and fizzle out.
Up and out.
Right?
Yeah.
And the ones that remain at the top, I find, end up going mass market because
like
that's
Amazon
the only way they can stay relevant. Usually ends up going as far as grocery chain.
Yeah.
And that's the only way they can stay relevant because they've exhausted the educated people market. Mm-hmm. And now they have to go to the uneducated people and need to cater to them, which usually comes down to watering down formulas, making them cheaper, and selling flavoring and marketing.
Yeah, selling the flavoring marketing.
And so that's probably my biggest industry pet peeve right now. Mm-hmm. And it's been going on for the last probably 5 years. And
all right, guys, we'll get back to the podcast, but I just want to give a little bit of a shout out to our sponsors, Northern Hydration. So it's a Canadian company. They sell electrolytes. They have lemon, they have lime, they have orange. My favorite is the orange. It's one of the best flavors in my opinion. But use our discount code GetAlpha10. Other than that, let's get back to the episode.
There's some brands, I'm not going to point them out because I still like some of their products.
Yes.
But their entire business model is built around flavor collabs and taste and marketing that to people, which at the end of the day, if you sell people something that is somewhat of an addiction, so sex, drugs, alcohol, and food, people are addicted to food, man. So if you sell them a pre-workout that's tastes like Skittles and Jolly Ranchers, man, like if it makes them think that they're getting that, they don't give a shit what's in the product. They're going to buy it. And I think that was the hardest realization I had to come to was when I saw these brands that were having these flavor collabs and just marketing the hell out of their flavors as opposed to what's in their product. Yeah. I had to take a step back and say, do I still want to stay relevant? Because if I do, I need to now pivot and offer some of these products too.
Yeah. Yeah, you either cross the line or you don't.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to push these products, So I don't, but I have to have them for the people who are looking for that. The people who want to come in for the Skittles flavored pre-workout, I have it. But if you ask me what pre-workout I recommend, I'm never going to recommend it.
Yeah.
If you're coming in and you literally just want a good tasting pre-workout, I'd probably tell you to your face, bro, just go buy one of those little flavor things from the grocery store that you squirt in your water bottle
the Mio?
and drink some flavored water.
Yeah.
Because it's a quarter of the price of you buying this pre-workout just for the flavor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess it's true. And then some of them too, people don't realize like how much like sugar and all that stuff like is in it.
Yeah.
And it's like it upsets your stomach and as you said too, a lot of people don't understand fillers. So can you educate our audience on like fillers and what to watch out for in, let's say, a protein or both at a pre-workout?
So this goes back a while ago, and there was a huge lawsuit in the protein industry called amino spiking was what it was based around. Now, you and I know what that is. And what these companies were doing for years, which is why we never carried certain brands. Because I knew this stuff, because I'm educated in it. There's a brand in this country that for years was selling what on paper is pretty much the highest quality of protein you can buy.
Okay.
So selling the Ferrari of proteins at like a rusty old Honda Civic at a used car dealership price.
Okay.
And we never carried it for that reason, because I'm like, there's no way they meet label claims.
Yeah.
And there's no way what they're doing is true to what's on their product. Sure enough, I became friends with a lot of people in this industry, a lot of brands. Brands have asked me to help them formulate stuff, asked me opinions on stuff. Hey, we're thinking of doing this with our products. What do you think? What do you see on the retail end? And so I had brands that would test products. So they tested this brand's product and they came back 50% under label claims.
50%?
50%. So if it said it had 20 grams of protein, it had 10. If it said it had 2 grams of sugar, double that. And it was crazy because I had warned people for years about this and they would still go buy it. And I used to go home getting so mad. Like I would go home pissed. Like someone came in, asked if I had this. I'd say, no, but I have a really good quality product, highly reputable brand. The quality's impeccable. You're going to get great results and it tastes great. No, I like this product. I'm like,
okay.
I'm not going to tell you blatantly bash this product, but their quality's questionable. I suggest you do some research. And then, listen, they say the customer is always right. In my perspective, if you want to get a sale, the customer is always right. If you want to educate them, 99.9% of the time, the customer is wrong. And they think they know what they're talking about. They don't know jack shit. And the problem is because of the internet and Instagram and social media, everyone's an expert. And so people would come in and tell me, you don't know what you're talking about. That protein, it's the highest quality you can get. I'm like, well, the lab tests I have saved on my computer from last year say it's not.
Yeah.
And then they just leave, right? People don't like change, and people, if they like something and are diehard for something, you'll never convince them otherwise anyways. And we saw that over the last few years. I mean, I tried to tell everyone what was going on and people told me I'm a nut job, and fast forward and they're like, fuck, that guy was right.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but I mean, people believe what they believe, right?
Yeah, correct.
At the end of the day. And also, like, I think, like, not to go off too much, but I think, like, critical thinking is, like, slowly disappearing. Like, I always say, like, you can still go, like, stand by your opinion, but at least rethink your opinion. And if you still stand by it, kudos. But you got to always critical think things that you think, that other people think. And if you come down on it as the same as opinions before, then you at least critical thought.
I don't even think it's so much as reevaluating your perspective on things. I think it's just being aware and open to listen to other perspectives.
Fair.
And have that contrast. Most people won't even listen to you. Like, won't even listen to the opposing argument, right? Whereas someone who has critical thinking skills will listen to both sides, analyze find the data, and then make an educated decision. People don't do that. Most people base their decisions off of emotion. And that's where someone would, me telling them this protein's garbage, hurt their feelings because they've been taking it for so long. They don't want to believe that they've been consuming shit for the last 10 years. So by hurting their feelings, instead of listening to me, going home, educating themselves and being like, maybe I should look into something else. Screw that guy. I'm not shopping there anymore.
I'll go back to somewhere else.
I laugh because it's a sad world because the education system really has frowned upon critical thinking, and they have now pretty much removed that from school. Like if you question an authority figure in school, you're almost looked down upon. If you question that, I don't know if you want to go this far, but if you question that there's not more than two genders, now you're going to get looked down upon because you didn't go with what they're preaching, right? So,
well, I think that people are not allowed. It seems like in a lot of places, you're only allowed to have an opinion if you share the same opinion.
Correct.
Right? And I don't think that's fair. Like if in any opinion, if you have that, that's fine, but you better be allowed mine then.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Respectfully.
Yes.
Right? Like how many times where like I know like at schools, it's like if somebody, let's say, is like, you know, a Christian, you know, and I've met people who are like, listen, I don't believe in that. I'm not about that. You do you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it almost sometimes gets people more angry when you're like, that's just not for me.
Well,
because they're like, what do you mean it's not for you? You're not respectful. And it's like, oh my gosh. No, it's just not for me.
You know, the best revenge is kindness.
Yeah, that's true.
And being overly nice. And that's what I use these days. Whenever I get myself frustrated with a scenario in business or whatever, I actually just like, okay, bro, like you go buy that stuff.
Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. I hope it works out for you, man. And they're like, this guy's not trying to fucking sell me something else. I'm like, no, I don't care. I don't need your money. And I'm not going to waste my energy trying to convince you of something that you're never going to be convinced of.
Yeah, right? Of course.
And that's the biggest thing.
So before I forget, for people who buy pre-workouts and stuff like that, what should they look for?
For fillers.
Because you talk about protein.
So for pre-workouts these days, it's pretty good.
Okay.
I think you want to just look for, like one of the ones I called out years ago was legitimately putting like 20 grams of sugar in their pre-workout.
I think I know the one you were talking about.
And
is it a big tub?
Yeah, and marketing it like this is the biggest scoop, the best pre-workout. It's got everything in it, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, so to the consumer eye, people had never seen that really at that time. And they're like, bigger is better. It must be amazing. I'm like, no, there's 20 grams of sugar. You're gonna slam that back 30 minutes before your pre-workout. Halfway through, get an insulin spike. Halfway through your workout, you're going to go hypoglycemic and probably black out under the bar.
Yeah.
Not to mention...
Wasn't it too, I mean, if it's not the right one, we'll talk about it off camera, but wasn't it also that supplement brand?
Same brand.
Wasn't it they created that brand?
Yeah, it's the same brand, dude.
Yeah.
Same brand.
So they were pushing what they made.
Yeah. And it's funny because I don't know.
So
it drives me nuts. But when it comes these days, pre-workouts, you don't have to worry so much about filler.
Okay, that's good.
You actually have to just you actually have to worry if there's anything in there.
Yeah.
Because the way the economy's going now, brands aren't stupid, man. Brands see these trends, they see what's going on. Why is a brand going to sell you a pre-workout that should be $60, $70 if they know you can't afford the $60 to $70 pre-workout? They're going to create a product in the $40 to $50 price range, market the hell out of it, and sell you that.
Ads,
and the reality is you're getting a $40 to $50 pre-workout. It's got 4 ingredients in it. You're better just drinking a coffee. I don't know, or flavoring your water. I don't know why you're spending $50 to get 4 grams of citrulline and 200 milligrams of caffeine. I really don't know why.
Yeah, you might as well have 2 espressos and
Or maybe just grab an energy drink.
honestly,
This is probably more
1,000%.
And that I think is the hardest thing that I've had to deal with in the last 3 years as the world economy tanks. Won't go into that in this episode.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the hardest thing I've had to deal with, because I've been so loyal from day one to bringing in high quality products, and educating people on, you should spend the extra $5-10 because you're going to get the results, or don't buy any of them.
And I've veer off from them.
And I've told people that for years. People would come in my store and say, do I need pre-workout? And I'd say, well, do you eat this, like, what's your diet like? And then they'd tell me, and I'd say, the $50 a month you spend on pre-workout, buy $50 worth of blueberries a month.
Yeah.
Because if you're not laying the foundation there, you shouldn't be spending the money on this anyways. And so that's, I think, the big differentiating thing that comes down to, like, a business like mine.
I find it funny because it's like, people on average would be like, yeah, I'd rather get a nice meat or steak from the butcher shop. I'll spend the money.
Correct.
But it's like, with supplements, don't you want to spend the money for your health? Opposed to for example, like, the big thing is creatine gummies.
Yeah. Oh man.
Dude.
Don't get me into that.
Dude, creatine gummies. That, like,
the creatine gummy companies hate Luke Bernardi and nutrition, I'll tell you that.
But it's crazy because I remember I had some clients that like, oh, like, I had 4 or 5 of my creatine gummies. It's nice to just pop in candy. And I'm just like, hey, like, the powder, it's tasteless. You can buy it. Just in your make it a ritual with your protein shake.
Right.
Or take it, like, with your magnesium before bed or something. I don't know.
And this comes down to that thing I said, if you can sell people sex, drugs, alcohol, or food, which is an addiction. If you can sell addiction, food's an addiction.
Yeah, it is.
If you can package it in something that's addictive, sugar, candy, people are going to buy it, man.
Yeah.
And it sucks because this industry is geared towards making you healthier, but not everyone, but I'd say a large portion of the consumer demographic are looking for the alternative to the most unhealthy options in this industry, right?
What do you mean by that?
So if they want to buy a supplement, they're going to look for the most unhealthy option of it that makes them feel close to that addiction that they may have, right? So instead of taking the plain flavorless creatine powder, they're going to gravitate towards the sugary creatine gummy if you offer it.
Yes.
If I sell the highest quality protein powder you can buy in chocolate ice cream flavor, but someone sells a shitty protein powder and it's Cinnabon flavored, fuck, man.
I know. How can you beat that? How can you beat that?
Chocolate ice cream, Cinnabon, you already got half the consumer demographic in marketing alone.
Yeah.
And so people are always going to veer down that, unless your market is the hardcore people who are educated, right? And that's kind of who I've always targeted. But I also want to help everyone.
Yeah, of course.
So you have options for everyone.
Let me
go ahead.
No, finish what you're going to say.
I was just going to say, and it's not to bash the people who go down that route, because they are often coming from a place of lack there of education. But I've had people, same thing, do you sell the weight loss gummies? And I'm like, no. But if you need a gummy to lose weight, you should probably reconsider everything else to begin with. And if you think a gummy's going to help you lose weight, there's a problem.
Yeah.
We need to educate you first. Do you know what a carbohydrate is?
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
And then I can recommend a product for you that will help you in your weight loss efforts.
Yeah, right? I mean, it really goes down, like, the foundation pyramid should be food, activity, and then supplementation.
Correct.
Right? Like, if at the end of the day, if you get all these protein powders, but you're not eating, not getting your protein in, not getting your veggies in, then what are we doing here? Like, I'm sure you love that they're buying your products. So it's like, what you would appreciate more if they changed their lifestyle. Right.
That's the biggest battle. And I think, like I said, that's often why, like my cousin says, you're the worst salesman, because you literally push people away. You tell them, nail this down first and then come back to me and then we could help you.
Yeah.
And this whole peptide craze drives me insane.
Yeah.
Because it is the very definition of what you just said. Everyone and their mother wants the fastest results possible. But like I said, anything that comes fast, it's short term. And anything that takes a longer period of time will be long term. So you have people taking 6 different peptides, but they don't even know how many calories or grams of protein they're consuming.
1000%.
And that makes me so mad. So mad.
What is crazy, because like I was talking about this with one of my friends, peptides are almost becoming like, it's almost like it's being sold like they're healthy. And I'm not saying they're unhealthy. I'm just saying like it's just what you use it for. For example, I train a 71-year-old and he's on TRT.
Yeah.
It's appropriate for what he's doing.
Correct, yes.
It's appropriate for what he wants. He's done the research. He's obviously going through a doctor, blah, blah, blah. Like some 21-year-old pumping peptides when it's like, oh, it's going to help me with my REM sleep. Oh. Dude, you're 21. Your REM sleep should be fine. You know what I mean?
And that goes right back to your REM sleep's not fine because you drink 6 beers a day, you smoke vapes all day, you eat like chicken wings and couple coffees and donuts.
Yeah,
and maybe
you're redlining.
Maybe that's why you're not getting the results. It's not the peptide.
Yeah.
It's going to change that.
Yeah, it's true. Because it's just at that point, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, you're just going to combat for a while. And then what? You're going to up the dose. And then it's like you're going to crash out a huge.
It's funny because I've had to stay relevant in this industry now.
Yeah.
I had to switch my business model because I can educate you so much on products and people appreciate it, but it doesn't get the attention. I made a funny meme about this, that I can post a video explaining how creatine works. It'll get 2 likes and I'll get 3 unfollows. But I'll post a video of a lady at the sushi restaurant making fun of me for how much I eat and basically calling me a fat ass, and it'll get 1 million likes.
That's crazy.
And it's so because of that, I've had to kind of change our business model. And now to stay relevant, to be honest, I just drive around posting memes all day.
Yeah.
Because you need people to know that you're still there.
Yeah.
And the education is always going to be there, especially if you ask. Right?
But I feel like you use that as a door.
It's a doorway.
Yeah.
Right? But it's funny because what you were just saying about the peptides, I literally have one locked and ready it's scheduled to post.
That's hilarious.
And it just basically says, you're taking 6 different peptides to maintain your physique. You're not maintaining your physique. The peptides are. So there's no longevity in that. What are you going to stay on Retatrutide for your entire life?
Yeah. That's
No,
crazy.
you're not.
Yeah.
So you know nothing about how you even got to where you are now. All you know is if I inject 6 different peptides a week, I can look like this. The minute you stop those, you ain't going to look like that anymore.
Yeah.
And it's the same as people have frowned upon or talked about for years of bodybuilders.
For sure.
Bodybuilders knowingly take performance-enhancing drugs for competition. But they also come off of those and they don't look like that year-round.
Yeah.
But they've been sold the image from supplement brands and brands that they do look like that year-round. And that's where now, with social media, kids and everyone growing up, it's like, I want to be ripped with 6-pack abs all the time. Hey, I've competed. I can't even maintain 6-pack abs, like, ever.
Yeah.
I can never maintain that 4% body fat. It's just my body doesn't like it. Yours ain't going to like it unless you want to blast a ton of performance enhancing drugs.
And just be like, yeah, it's
eat nothing and feel like shit.
And just be, it's funny because the leaner you are, or attempt to be leaner, like the less energy you're going to have.
Correct.
Let's be honest, if you're a guy, if you're sub 10%, your sex drive can go down.
Yeah.
Right? If you, depending on how long you hold it for.
Correct.
Right? So it's just like, you're going to look great. You're going to feel like shit inside. You're not going to be able to perform in bed. It's like, you rather just go get a cheeseburger.
Yes.
Go hit the gym.
Yeah.
And have a protein shake after.
It's all about balance.
Yeah. 1000%.
The longer you do this health and fitness thing, when you do reach that pinnacle of where you realize that it's about balance, and stop giving a shit is when you'll have the best, most consistent results.
Yeah.
When I stopped training like a maniac and stopped counting every calorie and started living life is when I was able to maintain probably the best year-round physique doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, I mean, you look pretty good now.
I don't know. I keep my shirt on most times. And I call this the golf physique because I only work out enough that I can still swing a golf club. Because I realized if I want to look like a bodybuilder, I can't swing a golf club anymore.
No, you'd be too clunky.
You got to pick your poison.
That's
right?
fair.
So,
so another thing too is I think what's ruining it is there like these like fitness influencers who are 20, like what's his name, he started the term like face maxing or what's his name, Clavic.
I've seen this. I don't know what.
But guys like 21. I mean, like Z's and all these people.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're blasting at like 21, 22, and they're saying like you should do it or whatever. It's like.
The problem, so we run into a huge dilemma here now in the modern world when it comes to health, especially men's health, women's health too, but when it comes to men's health. The problem is you're fighting an uphill battle. So you have now the younger generations that are blasted with social media of all these jacked, ripped guys, and they want to look like that or think they should look like that. And that steers them towards taking all these peptides and performance enhancing drugs and blasting these things, oftentimes while recreationally partying. And that's when you're going to run into a lot of problems. So we have all that happening. But then on the other side of the spectrum, we have the medical world that tells you, and the science that tells you that we have, as men, 70% lower testosterone on average than our grandfathers.
I have heard this, yeah.
So they're all recent studies and it's true. So now it's like, well, can you blame them? There's a small margin of it's like, well, this kid looks like a little girl. And it's not really his fault. It's because they're poisoning his food, they're poisoning the air, they're poisoning the water, they're doing everything to turn men into women. And it's like this guy sees a masculine looking man on there and wants to start taking performance enhancing drugs. I think there needs to be an age restriction. Like there needs to be somewhere to draw the line where you're not targeting younger kids. But at the same time, like now, I could pull probably 80% of the men who come into my store who are not on testosterone replacement therapy, who have come to me with blood work and said, can you take a look at this? I don't know how to read it.
Yeah.
They're all significantly low testosterone.
Which is crazy.
All of them.
Yeah.
And they don't look like it per se, but they're all significantly low. Like we're talking all probably under 400 nanograms per deciliter.
Because it should be around 6, correct?
6 is like the median.
That's just like the happy medium.
Yeah, 6 is the happy median. I'd say nobody wants to be at 6. You want to be at 9.
Yeah, of course. Depending on the age too, right?
Depending on the age. But like I've had young kids come in that are at like 300.
That is crazy.
And I'm like, you're 21? What is wrong? Like, what's going on here?
Know.
And then that's where it's like, hey, now you have everyone who wants to just be like, TRT, let me go on TRT. And then it's like you said, what do you eat? What's your sleep like?
Yeah.
Do you take any drugs? Do you drink? Do you do this? Do you do that?
Yeah.
Because if you corrected all those, your 300 might actually come up to 600.
So what is something like, if I guess the guys at home, what are simple things that they can do to up their T?
So
obviously sleep.
Sleep is by far number one.
Yeah.
Limiting alcohol and drug use for sure, a big one. Supplementing vitamin D, probably the most important. This is 100% clinically researched. Vitamin D isn't even a vitamin. It's a hormone.
It's a hormone, which a lot of people don't know.
They don't understand that. It's a steroidal hormone. So many people, there's a study out of Germany actually that they've taken people in countries that get year-round sunlight and they're still vitamin D deficient. And they say, why? So there's a genetic factor of, hey, your body's not converting it. And then there's also, hey, they're spraying shit in the sky, so you're actually not getting it.
Yeah.
So supplementing vitamin D, huge. There's actually new clinical research too that high dose vitamin E in the 450 plus milligram range per day significantly. This was specifically on people taking HCG, which is a fertility drug. But they took people running HCG on its own, and then they added vitamin E. The ones taking vitamin E added an average of 300 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone. So they went from 300 to 600.
That's crazy.
Which is
That's
crazy.
a big jump.
Huge. It was massive.
Yeah.
So the industry is going away. I don't know if I like it or don't like it right now. I like that health has become so mainstream now, health and fitness. This industry is going to continue to grow and boom. The problem is products are slowly going to become unaffordable for a lot of people, which means your only options are going to be shit. So
unless you do your research and you're willing to spend the extra money. Correct. Right. It's one of those things. It's like, okay, maybe it's not a good example, but it's like, I think Tim Hortons coffee is shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd rather get a Starbucks because I at least know that the blend is a little bit better. So I'll have 2 less coffees that I buy out, but I'll buy a nice coffee from Starbucks.
Correct. So, and it's funny because I tell people this too. I say, like I said, I steer people away. I say, go buy some blueberries.
Yeah.
But I tell people, we sell a multivitamin by arguably one of the only companies you should ever buy a multivitamin from. It's a Canadian company. I'll give them a plug here, Platinum Naturals.
Okay.
They are the highest quality multivitamins you can get. They're suspended in omega-3 oils. All the vitamins are more bioavailable. Their 45 plus multi for a 2-month supply is over $100.
Oh, wow.
When you think about it, people that are 45 plus should be able to afford it. But in an economy like this, not everyone can. So I tell people, look, make the investment now. Take half the dose, because half the dose of this is going to give you a baseline level of micronutrients better than you buying the shitty one. There's no point. So I say, buy this product. It'll last you now 4 months. What's $100 over 4 months? It's nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, too, like people are like, oh, but I can get like the Kirkland brand at Costco. And
Please
it's like,
don't.
just don't
Please
do that.
don't. Just don't put
I
it in
can't
your
remember
body.
where I read it, but I think I read that like Centrum had, dog food had more vitamins
Then a Centrum.
Centrum. I can't speak now if they changed their.
So I'm
To be close, what I read was that they were doing autopsies on older people, right, 80s plus, and they were finding Centrum in their digestive tract unprocessed.
So that's the study I was gonna refer to. There was one where they gave Centrum multivitamins to a construction site.
Yeah. Okay.
It sounds
Weird. That's
weird.
But I guess
they
it would make
gave them
sense.
to everyone there, and then they took the porta potties and found like 80% of the vitamins still intact in the porta potty.
Oh my God.
So they didn't even break it down, didn't even digest it. So are you going to spend $15 a month on a multivitamin that you're literally
Gonna shit out?
going to put down the shitter?
Yeah.
Or do you want to spend $100, spread it over 4 months, and feel better and get results? Like, that's where making the customer feel that before they feel it or understand it is very difficult, especially, like I said, in an industry that in Canada specifically is highly dominated by discount price stores. And it's sad, but if you look out there at every single major chain store that exists, there's a lot of them now. They've been popping up left, right, and center. They all battle off price. I'm like, well, what else do you have to offer? If you're all just fighting on price, what else do you have to offer? Like what?
Not just a discount war.
It's a discount war. And what you do is you do 2 things. Brands have what's called MAP pricing policy, which is the minimum advertised sales price or minimum approved price that you can advertise and sell at, so that it's fair across the board, right?
Okay.
You come into my store, I can offer you a lower price. I just can't advertise a lower price. So in my business, we've always set out to give customers a good price. So we will actually just price everything at the MAP. especially when it comes to protein. And we just leave it there because I'm not going to discount it this month and then bring it up and then put it on a huge discount and then bring it up. And that's what all these other stores do, right?
I think that also, that if you do that, that shows no integrity.
Well, so that's the problem. And that's what I was just going to say. So these discount stores have done multiple different things. One, destroyed brands, because there's some stores that will continuously price under MAP. And then people will come in my store and say, well, you sell this for $5, but they sell it for $3. So they have in their head that it's only worth $3. What they don't realize is it costs me $2.99. So you're selling it at $3, you're selling it for your cost, and they're doing that to get you in the door so that hopefully you buy other stuff, or they're just doing it to make you a customer of theirs.
Yeah.
But what they don't understand that is in the long term, when you create price shopper consumers, they're not loyal to you anyways. They're loyal to the price.
Yeah.
So if this month you have this $2.99 and next month yours is $4, but John's supplement store is $2.99, they're going to John.
Yeah.
You've created that.
Yeah.
So this whole industry's become that price war. And with that, you have brands watering down products and selling shittier products. You have stores looking to sell only what they can make the highest margins on. And you have customers that are sacrificing quality just to save a buck.
Yeah.
And that's where I come out and I say, don't buy it. Don't buy it. If you want to buy any supplements, I'll give you the top 4 that are cheap that you should invest in, and just buy a decent quality brand. And that's going to be a vitamin D, a magnesium, an omega-3, and a creatine. The rest,
They're fun extras.
they're fun extras. Protein, I don't even classify in that because it's food.
Yeah.
That, hey, if you can't get roughly your body weight in protein a day, you need that. Add it to your grocery list. Don't put it on your supplement list.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And I consider it a food product, so I don't really classify it in the supplement section, right? And protein now is, it's getting scary. Getting real scary.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me flip on the head. So who are some brands that you actually appreciate who are trying to give good flavoring, but actually doing stuff right?
Got to come back to the ones that probably dragged you into my store.
Okay.
My top probably conglomerate, it's a conglomerate of brands now, would be Doug Miller's conglomerate of brands.
Yeah.
Core, America Labs,
Arms
Race, Unmatched they have now, which is the partnership with Chris Gethin. Really cool products.
Okay.
They bought MyoBlocks.
Oh yeah, they bought MyoBlocks.
Yeah, Doug Miller bought MyoBlocks.
I like MyoBlocks.
Yeah, so their brand has, by far, they never sacrifice quality.
And it's true.
And it's reflective in their prices.
Yeah.
When you were coming to my store, I remember, not to throw this out there, but your dad wanted their testosterone product.
Oh, he doesn't care. It's fine.
And that product back then was priced in my store at like $80.
Yeah.
Which now is probably cheap, but back then that was high compared to everything relative,
true.
Right? But it's because if you looked at that formula compared to any
Dude, I remember when
stacked.
I remember when my pops, he was like, okay, like, what do you think of like over-counter test supplements? I'm like, I don't know, like, you know, I don't know. Some just have ashwagandha and call it. So then I saw Core Test. I was like, this is a pretty comprehensive formula.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
I looked up reviews and whatever, and then I said, listen, obviously nothing will ever beat actual pharmaceutical TRT.
Correct.
But if you don't want to go down that road, this one looks pretty solid, and he loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
So that Doug Miller and the Core brand and
Great formulators.
Incredible. Love all their stuff. They're probably I'd say arguably the best out there. The other side of that are lesser known brands, which I carry a lot of. And that is Black Magic Supply, Chemix.
Chemix is good.
Those two guys do incredible stuff incredible formulas and fully dosed formulas, and they always have ingredients that are like new research or up and coming stuff that
they stay ahead.
They're way ahead of the game.
Yeah.
And that's why the problem with those brands, when you come into a demographic, especially in a country like here, is people have no idea what they are. So me as an owner or as a retailer have to really educate the consumer on them, because I've never seen this stuff. I've only seen C4 or whatever, right?
Fucking C4.
So that's where it becomes hard to educate consumers. So you have to have that fine line of what people know and then really high quality stuff.
Yeah.
And you kind of meet in the middle. The people who just come in and want to grab something off the shelf, they know they can do that.
Yeah.
The people who come in and want the really good quality stuff, want to ask you what's good, you say, hey, go for the Black Magic, the Core, the America Labs, the Chemix, and all those different brands, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's sad because, like I said, with Health Canada, these brands are very limited in what they can do. But
so limited.
For someone like me who knows ingredients, I do look at these brands and I go like, why aren't you, like, I still don't know why they're doing this. Like, they're not getting innovative in any way where they can be. And I said this to someone the other day because someone was asking me, hey, do you have this pre-workout in stock? I'm like, I literally just sold out. I'm like, but I have this one, 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 this one.
Yeah.
And they're all plus or minus one or two ingredients, the exact same formula. And I'm like, this is what you run into now in a place like Canada, which is why, hate to say it, this is not a good country for any real supplements brands per se. Because one, it's such a small consumer demographic. And two, because you're limited by the restrictions of this country's health and food guidelines.
So limited.
You end up with everyday run-of-the-mill products and all these brands sell the same shit.
Well, it's crazy too because of the rules. Like, we're creating like a beverage, a nootropic productivity beverage. So originally, I wanted to get tyrosine in there.
Yeah.
Right. So I wanted to put a nice juicy dose of like 1,500 milligrams, whatever. Talk to Health Canada. I'm not allowed. So you can go to Healthy Planet. You can go to these places and order or buy L-tyrosine. I'm not allowed to put it in a drink.
Correct. Yes.
That is crazy to me. So you're allowed to you're allowed to go buy it somewhere. You can go to Healthy Planet Nature's, go buy 7, 8, 9 bottles. I'm not allowed to put that in a drink in Canada.
Well, so the argument now that all these supplement brands are having and that I've had for years.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the episode. I just want to give a little bit of a shout out to one of our sponsors for the podcast, Methylene Blue. You can find this at Paradigm Supplements. We like to use it here at the podcast just because it helps with gut health, immune system, ATP performance. Use code GETALPHA15 for a little bit of money off. Other than that, let's get back to the episode.
Is exactly like you said. So I can buy this Ghost Energy drink because it is Health Canada approved. They've lowered the dose of caffeine and put in 180
20 milligrams.
20 milligrams less. So Health Canada likes you to have under 200.
Yeah.
But Starbucks can sell you an extra large, or Tim Hortons, an extra large coffee that probably has 300 milligrams of caffeine.
It's true. I think a Venti has like 300, 350.
Right?
Yeah.
And a brand can sell you a pre-workout and just say that half a scoop is a serving.
Yes. Yes.
And this is the loophole of getting around it. And it's like, well, why even bother then? Why not allow these brands to have a free market, to make money, to allow everyone to get what they want, to thrive, to allow this country to thrive, and make them have a warning label on it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that. It boggles my mind and it pisses me off.
Well, it pisses me off too because I'm like, wait a second, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, no, you can have it, you can buy it here, but you can't put it in a drink. I'm like, what? Yeah. So what? Like, that makes no sense to me.
No.
Like, and even honestly, truly, what is the difference between 180 and 200 milligrams? Fine, you want to cap it at 2, but what is the difference? If a stupid kid or a stupid person, they're just gonna buy 2 and smash it.
100%. And I think that's all it is. I think it's just they've set this number and that's the number and it is what it is.
It's crazy to me, man. So I want to ask, you've watched supplement shops open and die across the GTA for probably over a decade. What's the number one thing that actually you see that kills them? Because I'm sure there's not a lot of like, you've seen some probably people do what you do in the sense of like, I'm not going to be this franchise, I'm not going to be this franchise, and you probably have seen some, sadly, businesses go.
Two things. Number one, trying to compete on price. You're never going to compete with the big dogs on price. So the minute you do and your margins are next to nothing and you're not making any money, you're not going to survive. That's just business 101.
Yeah.
You have to be profitable. And you have to know your profit margins. You have to know your overhead. You should probably do a business plan.
Yeah.
And number two is owners and or managers who do not set the groundwork out or put in the man hours long enough earlier. So people who open stores and just throw a bunch of stupid kids in them to run them.
Yeah.
Buddy, like I said, I was there the first 3 years. I was open 8 to 10 p.m. 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I'd be sleeping in the back, hear the bell ring on my door and jump up. Oh shit, someone's here.
Yeah.
And I put in the hours.
Yeah.
And I'd say the third thing actually that I missed there would be, what value do you add beyond any of these other stores? Do you add service to that sale by someone can come in and ask you a genuine question about something maybe not related to this pre-workout, but say like, what do you think a good like amount of protein I should have per day is? Or like, what do you think a rough ballpark macro breakdown or split should be for me if this is my goal? Or people come in and say, hey man, like I have this pain in my shoulder here when I bench press. Like, what do you think I should do? And then it's someone like me who's grinded it out for years and been a natural bodybuilder and then moved over into the open category and say, maybe you shouldn't do barbell bench press.
Yeah.
Maybe get a set of dumbbells, pronate your grip a bit to where it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You ever think of that? You don't have to do what everyone else does.
Yeah.
There's no one way fits all. And, but yeah, that's probably the biggest thing when it comes to this industry. If you're not doing for stores and people who don't succeed, it's trying to compete with people that you can't compete with that have bigger pockets than you.
Yeah.
It's not offering any added value or differentiating in any way. And like I said, the third one is just as the owner or person who's built this business, not putting in the hours. And that translates to all business because I've seen restaurants and different ones. People do the same thing. They think they open up and just throw staff in that it's going to run itself. Well, first of all, you've just added all this overhead in salaries and wages of your staff that you can be keeping for yourself. I didn't pay myself, I think, for 3-4 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's normal.
Right?
People don't realize that though. They're like, oh, big man, you got your business. It's like, you have no idea. Like,
and that is why I've never become a discount store, was simply for that reason, because someone would say, bro, can't you give me a deal? Give me $10 off this. I go, the $10 off that is now $10 off my paycheck every month.
Yeah.
And I have lots of overhead to pay. And lots of bills. And what if I came to you and said, hey bro, you just got your paycheck, give me $10 of it. Right?
Do a solid.
Just do me a solid.
Yeah. And also integrity wise, like, okay, you give a discount to someone but
then you're not going to give it to the next person
who maybe seems nicer.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's either nobody gets it or everybody gets it. Right. And you rather be like fair.
I'd rather be fair. And to those loyal customers who know, there's always perks, man. There's always if you're loyal in my store, I just brought you a hat and
I know you did. It's true, but I think that's how you pay them back.
That respect goes even further, or it's like
reciprocity in it,
or it's like, hey, bro, I just got all these samples of this new pre. Take them, try them out. Let me know.
It's true.
It's like if you're a regular of mine,
you'll take care of them.
I always take care of them.
Yeah. It is true. Like, there's been times where like I've come to your store so many times. I've sent my dad and people, And it's like, you'd be like, oh, that looks pretty good. You'd be like, oh, just try it, man. Just try it. Like, I feel like you do a calculated, like, this person has shown loyalty.
Correct.
This person has shown this. I want to give that reciprocity.
Correct.
And try that.
What goes around comes around, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's so true. Okay, so rank these honestly.
Okay.
Creatine.
What are we ranking them? Out of 10, or what are we doing?
Well, what's proven, what's placebo, and what's a scam? Okay.
Proven, placebo, scam.
Yeah. So creatine.
Proven.
BCAAs.
That's an interesting one. So I can say scam, but they have a place.
Okay.
And
I know people are going to message me like, what the fuck did that mean?
So this is what that means. I'll break it down real quick.
Okay.
BCAAs for years were sold to people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're going to build muscle, blah, 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 because they increase protein synthesis. In the absence of protein, you're pissing your money down the drain. Mm-hmm. However, I used BCAAs when I used to compete and was in a severe caloric deficit, and I had to eat such low calories. I would supplement a meal that had 30 grams of protein in it that maybe only had a leucine threshold of like a gram with BCAAs. Now I just made that 30 grams of protein on a amino acid level like that of 6 grams. So what I'm doing is supplementing BCAAs when in a caloric deficit with a smaller amount of protein, supplementing them to hit a maximum leucine threshold, which is going to top out or max out protein synthesis. They do have a place.
They do have.
However, with essential amino acids that every brand makes now, throw the BCAAs in the garbage. Just there really is no purpose for them anymore.
Yeah.
Buy the essential amino acids. The reason that they're still out there is because BCAAs are cheaper than essential amino acids that have all 9 essential amino acids.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so arguably, if we're bringing EAAs in the thing, throw them in the
I was about to ask. Yeah. Fat burners.
serve a place. They have a place.
They have a place.
We have proven. There's proven fat burning ingredients. So I don't like to categorize fat burners all into one because fat burners work very simply. Most of them are thermogenics, so they're increasing your energy expenditure. And they do work. It's very scientifically proven. They increase your energy output from anywhere from an extra 300 to like 800 calories per day. Over the course of the week, that's pretty significant. That's like up to a pound a week of weight loss. So they work. Number two is they work off appetite suppression. Most of these stimulants in fat burners suppress your appetite. So now you're eating less, you're burning more calories. It's real simple math. That's how they work. Where they work and who should take them? People competing or trying to get to a very low percent of body fat in the final stages of which they're plateaued and have no energy. Because they're stimulant based, they give you energy. That's what they are.
Test boosters.
Almost all the ones you'll find in this country are shit. But proven. Like there's a lot of proven ones.
Yeah, I mean the one I was telling you, the core.
The research is very very efficacious. Like I just said, vitamin E, zinc, boron, Tongat Ali. Ashwagandha, I don't really like personally. It's got some negative side effects. I don't like ashwagandha for test boosting reasons. And D-aspartic acid is proven like
oh my god
in a matter of 10 to 13 days. It's huge. But
true.
the problem with test boosters, and this is where people go wrong, is they go looking for an ingredient. I want Tongat Ali, and it's like okay, but the problem is we don't know why your testosterone is low.
It goes back. Go back to the actual like what's going on now.
And here's where I'm a bad supplement salesman. People come in and I say, go ask your doctor for a full hormone panel. Come back to me.
And let's
and now I'll recommend you because maybe luteinizing hormone's low, maybe estradiol's high, maybe free testosterone's low, but that's because sex hormone binding globulin's binding it. So, and then that's where I could say, okay, this supplement Chemix test booster.
Yeah.
Has everything in it.
Yeah.
We're going to target every area here. Like, you're going to notice results regardless, right?
Yeah.
So there's proven.
Greens, powders?
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
I like them.
Yeah.
Specifically based off formula alone. Like, I would tell you the ones you find in every store, I would throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
It's probably
well, like even like AG1, like AG1 is basically sorry, I'll say it. AG1 is it's not a greens, it's a multivitamin. It's a powdered vitamin. It also they had like Joe Rogan and Huberman, like they have these super powered people to push
the power of marketing, man.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
The power of marketing. And actually, it's funny, while you're on that topic, I had one of my grade school, like childhood best friend messaged me the other day and said, what do you think of IM8?
Yes, that's a new one.
Beckham's powder.
Yeah.
So I looked it up. I had looked it up in the past, but I forgot about it. For the price of these products is insane.
And they make you do a subscription.
Yeah, that's how they get.
I mean, that's smart.
It's smart. So I looked at it and I go, this is the most basic ass greens formula anyone's ever found.
Yeah.
I go, don't buy it. I go buy this brand of greens formula as a good product. It's got prebiotics in it, which is what I look for in those. And I look for also the added nutraceuticals. So brands that will put in like some maca and things like that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Or some mushrooms. If they put that in, I love that. Those are the ones I steer people towards. Not the ones that are like, we have 3 grams of broccoli. 3 grams of broccoli is fuck all.
Yeah. It's true. But they see that like, oh, you know what? I don't need enough broccoli.
It's like, no, don't buy that.
Yeah. Just eat
buy
broccoli.
the superfood ones we want. So, but then looking at that IM8 thing, they have another one that's called the longevity.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I looked at that one and I said to my buddy, I go, holy shit. I go, I'd buy this. It had all of the top clinically proven mitochondrial health and anti-aging supplements in one product.
Oh, wow.
It was phenomenal. It had, now I'm going to mess up the name, polyquinone. It had ubiquinol. It had NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide. It had, I think it even had like a high dose of vitamin D. The stuff in this product coming from like one
solid.
of those superstar like athletes that you know is going to probably just be run of the mill shit. I was like, this product is worth every penny.
Oh, wow.
I said, so if you want to buy a product from David Beckham, buy the longevity one, but the price tag reflects the quality of it. The price is huge on it, like really high. But if you buy those products on their own, it's still cheaper than buying them all separate.
Okay.
Like the price is reflective because anti-aging stuff isn't cheap.
What's it called again?
IM8, and it's the longevity one. They have 2. They have the regular green superfood, and then they have the longevity one.
Let's see if we can find it. Advanced longevity. Oh, wow. They got like doctors and stuff like that.
Yeah. Actually, I just remembered a great quote that goes on this whole thing of what we've been talking about.
Holy shit.
You see what's in it?
It's actually a lot. It's a $153 a month.
Yeah, see that? But that to me is 100% worth it.
Yeah.
It is got every anti-aging thing you can buy in it. I would buy that and give it to my mother every single day.
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah, it's stacked. And it's like everything, like it even has glycine.
Yeah. It's
glycine, taurine.
That's what sold me on
quercetin.
I'm a big taurine guy. And when I saw that it had all that in it, I'm like, this is incredible.
Berberine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you see that?
This is actually solid.
It's a wild formula.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like,
I was shocked.
Yeah, they didn't like sprinkle shit into it.
No.
Wow.
But yeah, so back to in talking about that quality thing, this quote came to my head that a friend of mine sent me. And it's the most true thing you will ever realize being a business owner. And it's the hardest thing to wrap your head around, is that people and friends of yours will buy products from a celebrity they've never met, but they won't support your business.
1,000%. 1,000%.
And it's crazy because your biggest fan is a stranger. I have a friend, shout out Jeff,
Okay.
who's on the other side of the country. Bro, I've never met this guy.
Okay.
In person, in my life.
Yeah, but you call him friend.
We talk almost every day. We send memes to each other. He sent me beers for Christmas last year, had them Ubered like from
what a nice guy.
my house. I sent him this super cool pocket knife for Christmas for his birthday. And that guy has supported my business for, it's got to be over 8 years. Doesn't even know me. People you know in your own town won't support you because it's you.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's fucked. But I think it goes back to add to what you said. I read a quote and it's like, a lot of the times people want you to do better, but not better than them.
That's a great quote too.
You know what I mean?
True.
And it's crazy.
The thing is, you do end up realizing that the energy you put out is the energy you get back.
Mm-hmm.
So you learn to just not give a shit because your people are your people.
Yes,
and you attract the people that are right for you, the people that are meant for you, and that goes for from business and sales to relationships and everything above. Right?
Yeah. Well, so okay, let's go into your actual daily stack. What do you personally take? What do you skip?
So these days, for probably the last better half of a year, I've been on a huge brain function maximizing thing.
Nootropics, adaptogens
and stuff. So I take my everyday basics, which is vitamin D, vitamin E, creatine, and magnesium. Those are my everyday staples. They're always there.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, my concoction is based around maximizing dopamine and neurotransmitters.
Yes.
So I take huge dosages of taurine.
Mm-hmm. What's huge dosages?
6 to 9 grams.
Holy, that is huge.
Throughout the day. Not all at once.
So like breakfast, lunch, dinner kind of situation.
Yeah, like I'll split it up. Sometimes I'll take like 6 grams at once. So there's a really cool study with...
Okay, I'll try it out.
There's a really cool study with taurine, and you got to look this up. It can help people with speech and social anxiety.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It's wild. So someone who's like not good at talking on camera or talking to people can take a high dose of taurine and it will help them.
Yeah.
Which is wild. So, but that's only one of the minor benefits of it. I just love taurine in general. For mood, it's one of the coolest supplements.
That's why it's always in energy drinks.
Exactly. Because
highly
overlooked.
Yeah.
So I take taurine, I take tyrosine for the dopamine benefits. Mm-hmm. I take L-carnitine. I take B6 in the form of P5P, which another dopamine precursor. I've been experimenting with pure Kanna extract, which is wild.
Yeah.
Wild. That's why I love chemics and what they do, because they're the ones who really popularize that ingredient.
Yes.
But Kanna is stronger than, in my opinion, most drugs, like for antidepressant and mood enhancing drugs.
You almost have to be careful because you start at the smallest dose.
Correct.
And you'll try to get the maximum effect at the smallest dose because it's so strong.
It's very
natural.
So I've experimented with that. What else am I taking right now? I'm trying to think. The creatine dosage I push high based off feel. So people always ask, how much creatine should I take? 5 grams every day for performance benefits.
Yep.
Then base it on how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend, I was out late Friday and Saturday night, had meetings and a dinner, and I didn't get a lot of sleep because I had like a 7 a.m. tea time.
Yeah.
So those mornings, I smashed 20 grams of creatine.
Yeah, it can help with...
basically reversing the negative effects of sleep deprivation.
Yes.
And cognitive decline.
Mm-hmm.
So I base it completely off feel and I dose it according to feel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I recommend to people. And one of the other supplements that I've been experimenting with is a few different stimulants from Compound Solutions, which is pure dynamine and pure teacrine.
Okay, they're good.
I just experimenting with them on their own because I really want to see the effects they have as a single ingredient.
Because they can mimic caffeine.
Correct.
But they're not attached to your CNS too much, right?
Or you don't... there's basically no crash.
Yes,
so to speak. And they don't, it's similar to paraxanthine, which is like another metabolite from like, I believe tea, similar, works same as caffeine, but less of a steep incline and no decline. So it's just like smooth energy. But those are kind of, I've been big on the neurotransmitter thing and optimizing that and brain function. And mainly that's because I don't have gym goals anymore. Like I had mentioned, I work out for health. I do cardio and I lift weights or do body weight stuff.
You find your balance.
Maybe a couple times a week.
Yeah.
So I don't need to take the hardcore stimulants. Like now when I think of the hardcore pre-workouts, it actually makes me sick. Like I'm like, if I take that, I'm going to feel like I'm going to have a heart attack because I'm not pushing my body like I used to, where I would need that, right?
I feel also like you enjoy coffee, you enjoy an energy drink.
Yes,
like you need to spread out that. People need to have a caffeine budget.
Yes.
Right?
I agree with that, actually.
Yeah, because it's like, then it's like, oh, why am I feeling so anxiety when I don't even have anxiety?
Yeah.
Or why do I feel like redlining or tired? It's like, yeah, well, if you're taking like 600 milligrams of caffeine or 600 milligrams of stims and you're not drinking enough water or whatever, like, yeah, you're going to feel fucking fucked.
Yeah, it's funny because people will come in and say, like, what pre-workout do you recommend and this and that, and I want a high stim one, and I've asked people, again, worst salesman ever, I said, when do you go to the gym?
Yeah.
6 p.m.
Oh,
I said, you don't need a pre-workout. They said, well, I'm dragging my ass then. I said, okay, we can get you a non-stim or like a nootropic type product.
Yeah.
But I don't feel it the same. And I say, look, the negative effects you're going to get from having sleep disruption is going to reverse your ability to achieve your goals in the long run, regardless.
Yeah.
So there's no point of you taking it. I said, caffeine has an 8-hour half-life.
Yes.
That means after 8 hours, if this has 200 milligrams, there's still 100 milligrams floating around in your system.
Yeah.
With the exception of a few people who have genetic defects that clear
Very
caffeine.
rare, though.
And those are the few that'll take the strongest one, come to my store and go, bro, this did do shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you are a genetic outlier. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're fucked.
Yeah. There's not much you can do about this.
No, I'm sorry, bro. It's not for you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of rapid fire. So what supplement everybody should take?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D. Pre-workout or black coffee?
Pre-workout.
Best value product in your store under $30.
Under 30, magnesium.
If it all burned down tomorrow, what's the first thing you would rebuild?
If it all burned down tomorrow, the first thing I'd rebuild, I'd get on a plane and move to Florida.
Finish this sentence. Get amped means...
That's a tough one. That's tough. Get amped means... Get amped means... Really, in the shortest term, it means achieving your health and fitness goals and getting results with the highest quality products that this industry has to offer.
Creatine gummies or kombucha drinks?
Throw both in the garbage.
Ghost energy drink or Gorilla Mind energy drink?
Gorilla Mind.
Yes. All right. Describe yourself in one word.
That's a tough one. I would say me.
Yeah. I was gonna say opinionated.
I would.
And a good.
That's a good one. I would say.
Not afraid to share his opinion.
I'm not afraid to share my opinion, but that just goes in hand with I am me. And I'm unapologetically me. And it took me years to get to the point of that because I used to try to please everyone in business. I wanted everyone to like me. And then I realized I don't give a fuck if these people like me or not. The ones that like me and appreciate what I have to offer are going to be there. And so.
There's a quote, not to go off on another quote, but there's a quote that I read, and it's like, this guy, I was reading Millionaire Fastlane, and he said, I don't know, when I was younger, I didn't know the very sure way of success, but I know the very very much the way to failure is pleasing everybody.
I think I literally just watched an Andy Frisella podcast in which he said the same thing. He said a surefire way for failure is to try and please everyone.
Yeah.
And actually, as I've grown over the last, both in business and personally over the last 5-6 years since COVID, I realized something one of my marketing teachers told me. Yeah. And she was amazing. Her name, I'll throw her out there too, Sandra Marchetti. She started Gymboree, if you've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome. She said, all PR is good PR. And that's why I am who I am, but I'm partially in business. I'm unapologetically unafraid to speak my opinion. Because over COVID, I was very vocal, as you know. People like me for it, don't like me for it, don't like my opinion, like my opinion, it doesn't matter. I don't care either way. I still will treat you with respect if you wanted to have a conversation. But I lost a ton of customers for speaking the way I spoke.
Which is not fair.
But I gained 10 times more loyal ones.
Yeah. Okay.
If I can show you comments from 6 years ago where people have said, because you, as a business owner, aren't afraid to speak out about this bullshit, I'll support your store and you just because of that alone.
That's great.
I had people who did. People who literally bought my hoodies and my t-shirts during COVID that I put the alpha variant on.
Yeah, I remember.
Because they said, I want to support this guy because he is standing up for what he believes in. Whether you think it's right or wrong.
He has integrity.
He has integrity.
Yeah.
And that's, I take that to this day. It's one of the things that I carry and hold myself in high regard to.
That's good. What does alpha mean to you?
Alpha. Alpha. You know what's funny? The definition of alpha to me is to be a warrior in a garden and not a gardener in a war.
Yeah.
Because the most alpha people you'll ever meet, and this actually is really apparent when you go into gyms. In Ontario, people are a little funny. I don't know what's going on with people here.
Something in the water.
Yeah, there's something in the water. Maybe it's whatever's turning the frogs gay, but
yeah. Frogs gay.
But when I was down south, it's funny because you realize the biggest, scariest looking motherfucker is the nicest, most genuine person you ever meet. But if you want them to be scary, they'll rip your head off.
Yeah.
And to me, that's what alpha means. I believe alpha is someone who is completely in control of themselves, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. That's what alpha is.
I agree.
It's not the loudest person in the room. It's the warrior in the garden.
Agreed. Man, I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you having me.
It's always a good time. Where can people find you? Let's bring this home.
Website, ampnutrition.ca. On social media, you can find us at amped_nutrition. And mine is linked to that, Luke Bernardi. And yeah, Google us. Give us a shout out. Give us a call. We're located in Bolton.
Worth the drive, guys. If you live in Ontario or like around Toronto, it's worth the drive. Like and no bullshit there. No. Great products.
And we ship Canada wide and we ship worldwide. Over COVID, we were shipping stuff specifically because more people were online all over the world.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're doing it well, man. All right, appreciate you coming on. No if you guys are listening to Spotify, make sure to give them a follow. Make sure to like us. If you're watching YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. You know the game. Other than that, we love you guys. Ciao.
Peace.